guys, we're jumping right into it. This is going to be a super simple 30-minute basic speed clean today, and I'm just starting in the kitchen like usual. I don't know why I always feel like I have to start in the kitchen. Is anybody else that way? Like there's like a certain room that you have to start cleaning in when you're cleaning? Tell me below in the comments what room that is for you. For me, it's the kitchen always. Like I always start there. It just sets the tone, I feel like, for the rest of what I'm going to be doing, and I feel accomplished. So that's where we're starting today, putting the dishes away, and let's just jump right into it.
Wake up another day, live by the plans I made, but am I okay? Make your own way, that's what they all say, but I work no play. Need some quiet, some peace and quiet. Need an escape. Sometime hear it calling. That voice I'm following, and I hear it say, try not to fire, disconnect me from my life. Just need some time, I need some quiet, some peace and quiet. Need an escape. Some time away. Free my thoughts, lose my mind, get it back another time. Free my thoughts, lose my mind, get it back another time.
Okay, the last room to clean up super quick that I'm always cleaning up because kids is this mess of a playroom. So I'm gonna super quick just put the toys away. I'm not really doing anything else in here today just because there's no point. It's gonna get destroyed in like another 5 minutes, let's be honest. Now I'm going to show you how to make zucchini lasagna. This was my first time ever making this dish and it turned out delicious. I absolutely loved it and it was fairly simple for the most part. So I'm going to walk you through step by step what I did. So the first thing I'm doing is slicing all of my zucchini. If you have a vegetable slicer, this would be a lot easier and you would get the pieces nice and even. So I'm definitely going to try that next time. But I just used a knife this time, so it was a little bit harder to get all your pieces nice and thin and not cut your hand off. So that's the hardest part of the whole recipe, to be honest, and the most time consuming. Once you get them all sliced, you want to lay them out on a bunch of paper towel and you're going to sprinkle them with salt. This is going to release all the excess moisture from the zucchini, and this is a really important step not to forget. I'm just using Italian sausage for this. You could use whatever you like, ground beef, ground turkey. I just prefer Italian sausage when I'm doing spaghettis and things like that, just to change it up from ground beef all the time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this in the pan. I'm gonna add some salt and pepper and get it cooking. Okay, look at all this liquid that has come out of the zucchini. This is why it's super important to cover them with salt, because it's going to draw out all that extra water that you don't want in your lasagna. Okay, while the meat is cooking, we're going to mix up the cheese mixture. So this is just 1 egg, your 15 or 16 ounce container of ricotta cheese, or you could also use cottage cheese, totally up to you. I prefer the ricotta. I just love the taste of ricotta cheese, and that's pretty traditional for lasagna. So then you're going to add in 1 cup of grated parm, and I also put in about a teaspoon, I think it was, of Italian seasoning, just to give it more of that Italian traditional lasagna flavor. And you're going to mix that all up, and that is your cheese mixture to use in our layering process. Okay, when your meat is pretty much done cooking, I threw in some garlic, minced garlic, and I'm going to mix that all in, and then I'm going to add my jar of sauce. I just used a traditional pasta sauce. It doesn't have anything else added into it, but of course you could do whatever kind of sauce you like. If you like mushrooms and peppers and all that stuff, you can pretty much make this however you like. I just did a plain sauce with the meat and the garlic, and I didn't add any other vegetables or anything. And you're gonna stir that up and let it simmer for a few more minutes until you're ready to layer everything. Once you have your oven preheating to 375, you can start the layering process, but first you have to dry off all that zucchini. So these are going to sit for about 10 minutes and draw out all that excess water, and you want to take a paper towel and pat them completely dry and kind of wipe off all that extra salt, because one, you don't want that liquid in there, and two, you don't want all that extra salt. So I'm just patting them completely dry before we start layering. Again, this is a really important step so your lasagna doesn't turn out super liquidy. And then the rest of this, you guys, is super simple. It's just like making a regular lasagna if you have made one before, which I have not actually ever made a regular lasagna, but it's pretty easy. So I just put some of the sauce that I had left in the jar on the bottom, and you're basically just going to start making your layers. So you start with your zucchini and layer it across the bottom. And I tried to overlap it a little bit just so when you go to cut it, you have enough pieces on the bottom and in between. So I'm just patting it again dry as I'm putting the pieces in there to make sure all that moisture is off. And because my pieces weren't completely uniform since I was cutting them with a knife, I kind of just had to rearrange and fill in some gaps with smaller pieces, longer pieces, overlay them. So you just kind of have to play around with it and get it, for the most part, covered. And then the second layer is going to be your cheese mixture, your ricotta, egg, and Parmesan cheese mixture. This was a little bit of a tricky part too, just kind of spreading the cheese onto the zucchini without it moving all over the pan. But once you get it going and spreading out, it was working pretty well. So that's the second step, is the cheese mixture. And then you're going to top that cheese mixture with some shredded mozzarella. Okay, and then after the shredded cheese, you're going to go in with your meat sauce mixture right over top, and that's it, you guys. Then you're just going to repeat the steps all over again, starting with the zucchini, and layer it until you get to the top. Okay, I threw some parsley on the top, and it's going to go in the oven 375 for about 40 to 45 minutes. Okay, and then this will be a bonus clip because I was already filming anyway. And does anyone else just completely trash their kitchen when they're cooking something? Like, hello, look at this mess. How did I even do that just making lasagna? I have no idea. So anyway, this is going to be a bonus clip because I was already filming, so I thought, why not film a quick little cleanup for you? So enjoy. Alright, you guys, that's it. That wraps up my speed clean and bonus recipe video for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching and got some cleaning motivation from this, as well as an inspiration to try a new recipe from home. I loved this lasagna. It turned out so good, so it is definitely worth the mess and making because it was super yummy. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked this video, and if you want to see more of my content, please hit subscribe, as I'm trying to grow this channel, so I appreciate all the support. My next video is going to be a fall clean and decorate with me, so stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.